I stumbled upon this Paul Joseph Watson video last night while I was searching through the web for things to talk about on this stream, which was then tomorrow's stream, which is this stream. And it's called Send in the Clowns. And all Paul Joseph Watson's videos are really weird and like trying to pander to Zoomers super hard because conservatism is the new counterculture or something along those lines. And it was really weird. I had no clue what to think going into it. I watched I skipped through about like 2 or 3 minutes, and I was like, I gotta watch this on stream. So I think he's going to tackle like masks and stuff, but I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. Make sure you all can listen to this. Oh. Reload. Oh, here we go.
Scientists across the world have been working day and night.
Oh. It's too fast. It's too fast. Slow it down. Slow down. All right. Video uploaded in 720p. Cringe for a channel with how big is this channel? What, almost 2 million subs. Okay.
Scientists across the world have been working day and night to put a stop to coronavirus. Little did they know that the solution was right in front of their faces all along. Straw hats taped with...
I hate the way this guy talks. And it's not even his Brit Bonger accent. It's just like the way he talks. It makes me really angry. Wait. Scientists have been working day and night to cure coronavirus. True. Look at that dude's... Wait, okay. Wait, what?
Coronavirus. Little did they know that the solution was right in front of their faces all along. Straw hats taped with swimming pool noodles.
Listen, okay, Paul, I'm not sure if anyone's saying that this is the cure to coronavirus, like this is going to fix corona. Like silly hats invented, coronavirus rate drops to 0. Like I'm quite sure that's not what people are doing. Maybe it's just to reinforce people remembering social distancing. They seem to be having a look at her. She's like looking at her hat. For one, this guy's wearing his hat backwards. This hat is backwards. But I don't know, like, let him live. Live and let live, I guess.
Cafe in Germany is making customers wear the hats to enforce proper social distancing. It's totally uncomfortable, of course, said this customer, but the bottom line is that we put a lot of effort into it so that we can go to our cafes in public. Because
I'm not sure if he was reading from a news article or something, or he just like made that up. I mean, this guy looks like he's memeing. I mean, I don't know. He doesn't look like he's crying for his life or something.
Said this customer, but the bottom line is that we put a lot of effort into it so that we can go to our cafes in public. Because a supposedly deadly virus that spreads so easily is surely going to be stopped by a novelty foam hat. Also, when they leave, the hat is just passed on to the next customer, potentially infecting them anyway. Genius! Well,
I mean, you don't know if the hat is like sanitized or not. It could be. I don't know. What if people bring their own hats? Who knows? I mean, what if they just throw the hat away? That'd be really wasteful, but I mean, it could happen. We have no clue. And I don't think anybody's saying that this is the cure to coronavirus. Please put on the silly hat. Put on the pool noodle hat. Please. It cures all. It could just be to help reinforce social distancing. Who knows? Who knows what those crazy cats up in Turf Island could be up to?
Welcome to the new normal. Public humiliation. Is this just a
public humiliation?
Or is there a history of authorities mandating the wearing of silly hats and other attire in order to ritually humiliate the public, either to punish them or keep them in line?
How do you jump from cafe in Germany makes pool noodle hat to make sure that people stay 6 feet away from each other so they have less of a likelihood to infect each other with coronavirus, to the government is mandating the silly hat to control the public?
Turns out there is the dunce cap. Since the 1600s, the word dunce has meant particularly stupid person. People were made to wear dunce caps so they could be mocked for their idiocy. This became particularly prevalent in schools where children were punished for saying or doing something stupid by being made to stand facing the wall wearing a dunce's cap, treating people like naughty little children by making them wear silly hats to enforce good behavior. Some kind of connection here. Can't quite...
Wait. Government makes you put on the silly hat. it's like the dunce cap for little kids to make them sit in the corner. Wait, what? How? Wait. Does he unironically believe that elected officials are like in the back room in a smoky room planning how will we keep the public in line this time? And someone's like, make them wear the silly hat, and everyone's like, yes, good, yes. Lots of people are already not paying attention to the to social distancing at all. These people aren't even wearing masks, and we know that coronavirus cases are far less likely to spread when people are outside. But honestly, if I was at a cafe or something, even outside, I'd put a mask on. If I'm not eating or anything, if I'm just like talking to people, I'd probably put a mask on still, anyways.
Why put my finger on it? Ritual public humiliation. The dunce cap was used for far more sinister purposes during the Cultural Revolution in communist China. Dissidents were
The
forced
communists, guys, it's the communists back at it again. It is because everything wrong is la communism, right?
to wear the dunce cap on which their crimes against the state were announced. Those who were charged with betraying the communist cause were then marched through the street wearing the dunce cap as they were spat on and verbally abused. Ritual
Is this what? Wait, how do you draw a line from the like dictatorial, like authoritarian government taking political dissidents, putting the silly hat onto them, the silly hat, and marching them through the city to be spat on, to where I guess eventually they'll be like decapitated or something, to not even the government. Remember, this isn't even the government mandating the silly hat. It's a cafe asking you to put on a pool noodle fedora to help mandate social distancing. They could have just put tape on the floor. We've done that before. I've seen that where I walk into places, just put some stuff on the floor. People generally get the gist that you probably shouldn't stand that close to people during a global pandemic. But I mean,
public humiliation. Disgraced dissidents who displeased Chairman Mao would also be publicly humiliated by having their heads shaved. At the end of World War II in France, women who'd slept with or been informants for Nazis were also publicly humiliated by having their head shaved. Head shaving is also still common in many prisons, partially as a demeaning measure. During the coronavirus lockdown, many men were forced to shave their own heads because they couldn't get haircuts.
Forced to shave their head? What are you telling me, that Hillary Clinton showed up to someone's house with like a sawed-off shotgun and was like, get the scissors? And you're like, excuse me? You heard me. Get the scissors. And they like make them cut their hair or something. Like, people, wasn't it a meme? Didn't this start on like TikTok or something? People are like, oh, I can't get a haircut. Just shave the head. Like, wasn't that a big thing? That, and also like guys having their girlfriends come over, like, hey, it was like the version of my boyfriend does my makeup. It was like that, but the opposite version, my girlfriend tries to cut my hair. And dudes would be getting like would be like have like lopsided fades and everything, because the girls have never cut hair before in their entire lives, and they had to go full like Aang the Last Avatar mode on the beat, because they weren't, some of them weren't even planning on having like were planning to shave their head anyways. They just like wanted to get the clout, watch people get a video off of like someone off of their girlfriend shaving their head, trying to cut their hair like a real barber would. No one makes them do this. I don't even think there was like social pressure to do it. Like you post like an image on Instagram, like quarantine day number 562, and people are like, is that a fucking hair I see on your head? Shave that shit. Shave it now. And then you get like dislike bombed and doxxed and everything, and like the pizza guy, Postmates comes to your house, but it's actually not Postmates. It's a guy from 4chan wearing a Groiper outfit, and he opens the box and it's like the N-word or something. Like, I mean, that doesn't happen.
Silly hats, silly haircuts, public humiliation.
Whoa, now, Chief. Let's not yell at. Let's not talk about people with silly haircuts, okay? Listen, I can get behind the pool noodle fedora being a little silly. That's a little silly, okay? Having a shaved head is not in and of itself silly. You can just have a shaved head. Listen, some of the strongest people on the planet are bald, okay? Saitama, bald. Aang the Last Avatar, bald. Babish from Binging with Babish, bald. All right. The Rock, bald. Lex Luthor, bald. Jeff Bezos, bald. All of these people are bald, and they're so strong. They're powerful. They listen. The hair only kept them. The hair only made them weaker. Okay. Yeah, I'm more dangerous without the sword. Listen. Okay. There's nothing wrong with being bald. And lots of these people weren't even like legitimately bald. They just had shaved heads, and that's okay. I think that's okay. I think we can live with having a shaved head. I don't know about you. Maybe not you.
Then, of course, you have the classic archetype of the court jester, also known as the fool or the buffoon. Under the ownership of elites and the royals, the jester's job was to keep his masters entertained, often by humiliating himself. A lot of these jesters had mental illnesses and were kept as pets for the amusement of the elite.
This is true. It was pretty ableist back then. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad, actually. They'd take like mentally ill people and then like have them dance, monkey dance for like the king. You know, it'd be pretty bad.
Has that much really changed?
If you haven't brought me any presents, I'm going to have you executed.
The jester's headgear was known as the fool's hat. Some kind of connection here.
I can't tell if this is a meme. Do you honestly believe that he believes this? This is a genuine question. I'm not sure if he actually believes this. I'm not sure if this is like unironically. You're AFK for a while. Welcome back, bud. I'm not sure if he was like unironically saying that a cafe asking people to wear the pool noodle fedora is the same as the court jester's fool's hat. Yes, you have. I'm sorry that you've come back to see this guy's just see this. We have gone pretty. Listen. Okay, we've already done the Ben Shapiro videos. We did the Steven Crowder. Okay, we're one step away from doing a PragerU video. And honestly, I'm thinking about doing a PragerU video. Okay, I'm thinking about it. Don't push me. Don't push me. I'll do it. I do it. I swear. You can't stop me. I got my finger on the trigger.
Can't quite put my finger on it. And no, I'm not putting customers at a cafe wearing silly hats on a par with dissidents in China being tortured. I'm not going full Lolbertarian, but just like when they started putting us through those naked body scanners in airports, there's a common thread here of people being forced to undergo some kind of ritual public humiliation.
Ritual? What do you mean ritual public humiliation? You on it? Wait, do you think... Ritual public humiliation. As you can see, think back to the days of Galileo, where he was put under house arrest for the rest of his life for contradicting the church and telling the truth. But seems like a connection. The government forcing us to stay in our homes, even when we're telling the truth. That coronavirus is fake. I mean, come on, dude. Really? Everybody knows that you're trying to make an actual comparison to the court jester and the silly hat. You're trying to make an actual connection to people shaving their head as a meme on TikTok, to political dissidents being humiliated in public by in Mao's China. PJW, he's pretty cringe. Thank you. Yeah, he's like the counterculture is conservatism is the new counterculture meme. Like, okay, this is the guy.
In order to go about their daily lives. Bumper tables in Maryland to enforce social distancing, like baby high chairs or something that you'd see in a playpen at McDonald's.
That one's actually pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. This one's actually pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, is he gonna like compare this to like the little baby walker that they put people in? Bro, it's just like a little. It looks funny. It's like bumper cars. It looks like bumper cars actually, but I guess this is like some horrible slight against humanity for PJW.
Infantilizing adults, ritual public humiliation. Send in.
We need public humiliation. I mean, you could think it's a little funny, but if everyone else is doing it too, if they were forcing like one person, now I would agree with this. If there was like one person who was like, coronavirus ain't real, feller, and then like they're like, it's time to get the silly hat, and they like strap him down to a chair, and it's like the hat in Harry Potter. They slap it onto him, and it has like glowing lights, and it has the little the pool noodles, and it says I'm a buffoon, and and they're forced to wear it while everyone laughs at them and throws like rotten tomatoes or something. If that was the case, then maybe I'd be on this guy's side, that, you know, maybe the silly hat harkens back to some pretty dark times in human history. But you willingly going to a restaurant and you wanting to put on the silly hat with a bunch of other people with you putting on the silly hat, I think it would take away a lot of the discomfort that you may feel for being for feeling out of place, because then everyone's doing it. It's really not humiliation if everybody in the same place as you is doing it as well. Like, and also it's voluntary. Aren't these the same people who when like left wingers, like lefties, will go on about how like employment is coercive because it's either you work here in a demeaning job for like basically minimum wage, and you're stuck there, wage slavery, and don't they look at those people? Well, because it's either doing that or like starving to death or like living a subsistent lifestyle on the meager pickings of government assistance, where honestly it's also demeaning in there as well. Don't they harp on about that? And they're like, oh, everything's a voluntary, the government shouldn't get in between people in their voluntary contract with an employer. I mean, like, come on, dude. We all know that it's either you do that or you starve. So I'm pretty sure that we're going to be fine. And now people voluntarily putting on the silly hat, I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. And the fact that this is even more disconnected because it's not even the government doing it. What's this guy talking about?
$13.70.
Wait, what? Wait.
$13.70.
Is that a dog whistle? We'll keep that on the back of our head. Oh my gosh, I'm going. All of the editing is like this. iHypocrite does editing like this. It's so weird. The like slap together of really like disconnected clips that very tangentially relate to anything, or the people who do the TV clips like reactions like that, so they won't have to actually interject their personality into any of the content that they make. Like I don't know, it's just really weird. Like the zoomer baiting, he's zoomer baiting really hard here. Whoa, no, we're gonna skip forward a little bit. I'm not sure what's going on here.
100 years from now, there won't be one sad fuck to look at any of this. What keeps you going?
You know what it is, Theo? I just don't think about it.
What is this supposed to prove?
I will not be pushed, filed, stamped, indexed, briefed, debriefed, or numbered.
Whoa, wait. Wait a second. Wait. Hey, look. It's the guy that gives PJW his marching orders. This is a fever dream, dude. I am literally experiencing genuine anxiety watching this video. I don't have anxiety problems as far as I know. I may, but whatever's happening, whatever like buttons this is pushing in my soul, I do not like it. I feel like I'm actually being attacked.
Part of me wonders whether the strike.
What did that have to do with anything? Was that just padding for the video because he filmed all the clips where he just said, look at this person, they're doing something silly, the government is trying to control us. He got like 4 minutes of that in actual content, and he's like, I gotta do something, dude, to fill out the rest of this time.
strategy for compelling us to stay indoors is to make the outside world as cringeworthy and hostile as possible.
Hostile.
You guys are being taught, without you knowing it, ways to separate yourselves from each other. If you're separated, you can be easily controlled.
What is it? Listen, I have no clue. If Kanye is going on about this in like a good, in like a lighthearted way, I'd be down for it. But I honestly do not trust Kanye West to give a speech at this moment. I was high on opioids, boy. I'm honestly I'm wary to take advice from him. He could be talking about this in the form of like the government trying to or other groups trying to separate us by like class lines that as well, separate workers, things like that, to help, you know, keep us divided, so we focus on like so we exacerbate more social issues instead of focusing on well, I don't want to say bigger issues, but other issues that they profit from. If he's saying that, sure. But the way PJW is using this in this video is very, he's so Weasley, dude. He makes all of these arguments, right? That he's like, oh, look, you had to look, the dunce cap. Ooh, look, the silly hat, the German silly hat, the fedora pool noodle hat. I see similar connections here. Oh, you voluntarily shaving your head as a meme on TikTok? And political dissidents being shaved in Mao's China. Isn't that very curious? Ooh, the court jester, the fool, and the pool noodle hat. Very interesting. And this whole like weird, dumb little section that he had in the middle. And then he's probably gonna go on and be like, the government is trying to, oh, my bad. They are trying to divide us so that we can be more easily controlled.
We may think that this is all just a temporary gimmick, but they keep telling us this is the new normal. I mean, did you think you'd ever see de facto traffic lights for pedestrians on sidewalks? Well, get used to it.
Crews are redesigning streets for one-way walking, so they're painting arrows on some busy sidewalks to help promote social distancing.
The first socially...
What? Is this demeaning to him? He like walks out of his apartment and then they're politely offering him to like walk left instead of right, and he's like, no, they're coming for everything that I hold dear to my heart. No, anything but this. Help. Like we have this in like, have you guys been to the grocery store? Do you guys like, if you go to like Walmart or Target or something, or been into any like sit down restaurant that used to be sit down but now they just do takeout? They usually have like stickers on the floor and everything to lead you in a certain direction, so you don't have people like crossing paths over each other needlessly, and giving making it more likely that people transfer diseases to each other. Honestly, that's just like better in general. That I think we should probably stay a little bit further away from each other, like in general. But is this like how does this relate to humiliation? How does this relate to control? Having like limited seating is now control, I guess.
A distant concert. Yeah, looks like a barrel of laughs, and covering that second sink with caution tape is guaranteed to stop COVID-19. A coronavirus mask.
This is what they're doing. Wait, what?
That lets you eat while taking it off. They say the mask lets you dine out with friends without having to remove it. Yeah, think I'll stay in. Sniffism. Taking it off. They say the mask lets you dine out with friends.
Okay, that looks really funny. Okay, this one looks really funny. I'm not gonna lie to you. The like doing that through your mask. Okay, this has nothing to do with anything. This is just a get rich quick scheme that someone put together to capitalize on the pandemic. That's it. That's all this is. This went nowhere either. And this is what these conservatives tried to do. All right, I want to go back to what he said here, like, oh, putting tape over that second hand washing station definitely is going to completely eradicate coronavirus. Like, no one said that these measures are going to, in and of themselves, obliterate coronavirus off the face of the planet Earth. No one's saying that. What people are saying is that it's better to enforce social distancing policies to help limit the spread of coronavirus, so we won't have to do this into perpetuity, so we can get back to normal. People want to get back to normal. No one wants to stay like this. People don't want to stay like this. Some things maybe we can take, like wearing masks out in public when you're in like large groups of people. That's probably good. When you go to like Comic-Con or something, everybody knows about like the Comic-Con flu or TwitchCon flu, like things like that. Maybe when you're in indoor crowded places with stagnant air where you're breathing in other people's mouth gas, if that's the case, maybe going to these sorts of places with masks on is a good thing. That can be a good thing. And that's something we can keep. And we should like stop the stick. And he even contradicts himself. He's trying to say this is normal now. If it's normal now, how are you being humiliated? How is this humiliation if it's normal? Like, are you humiliated by normal things that go on? I mean, maybe some people are. But when I use the bathroom and it's normal to stay a little bit further away from people, I'm not like, dang, my individuality, my everything is being taken from me. I'm like, this is normal. This is normal. I'm on my phone until I can take my pee-pee break. Like, I don't know about you. How do you have humiliation and normality in the same sentence and have it make sense? It doesn't, because he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Covering that second sink with caution tape is guaranteed to stop COVID-19. A coronavirus mask that lets you eat while taking it off. They say the mask lets you dine
What is
out
that
with
dude
friends
eating
without
anyways?
having to remove it. Yeah, I think I'll stay in. And if there's a man you don't wear the mask, well, you're engaging in toxic masculinity and literally killing people.
Men are less likely to wear masks. Another sign that toxic masculinity kills. I mean, is this like, are we arguing on this point? Is this like an argument? Like, are you going to disagree that dudes go out and they're like, oh man, I'm too strong. I'm not gonna wear that pussy mask that covers my mouth. Well, you need that. You need that one for your mouth. You need a mask for your mouth. Huh? You got a tampon into, huh? Pussy boy, I'm too strong. Coronavirus won't get me. I'm a strong boy. I'm thick. Like, I mean, that kind of mindset is real. Like self-damaging, like a self-destructive mindset within men is very real. And not wearing masks, and this sort of masculinity, has been comes together, manifests in this certain way when this is going on. Yeah, the feminists really just want to oppress men by making it socially acceptable, if not mandatory, to wear a mask in public for the general decency and courtesy of your fellow human beings. Yes, the oppression is really real. Men can't catch a break. Another loss for the patriarchy. Another loss.
Oh yes, the new high priest class of mask wearers.
I work for Costco and I'm asking this member to put on a mask because that is our company policy. You are no longer welcome here in our warehouse. You need to leave.
The face mask is interesting because it doubles as both an emblem of authority and a symbol of obedience. Those who have duty.
Emblem of authority, obedience. This is what I'm talking about, dude. This is the mindset we're talking about. I'm not controlled by the government. I know what's going on. I got secret intel. I can't tell you where. Listen, I know exactly what's going on. They're trying to control us. They are trying to control us. Okay? This isn't even real. I've never once seen a corona in my life. Okay, dude. Chill. Obedience and authority. All right, you think people walk around with their masks on like, yes, it's time to take another walk of my illustrious kingdom of mask wearers. Yes. Yes. What a weirdo.
Dutifully obeyed by wearing the mask are then rewarded with the petty authority of policing others who haven't.
Oh my.
Like, does this guy think the same way when people like don't sneeze into like their arm, like chicken wing, or like do that or something when they sneeze? Like when people like sneeze into their hands and then like go to like shake someone's hand like nothing ever happened. That person's disgusting. That person is disgusting, okay? And you're not going to tell me otherwise. And that's a socially mandated policy, basically, in society. It's not government mandated. I don't think so. I think honestly, when it comes to PJW, they are the Jews, probably, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. Like, this is a social policy. This is a very basic social policy. Don't sneeze on things Don't sneeze in your hands and then start touching things. Okay, that's why you have to have sneeze guards and everything everywhere, because people are disgusting and will just like be sitting there in Subway and then just on food and in people's faces. Like that's the most disrespectful, disgusting thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Like people putting their filthy monkey paws on glass and stuff like that. Like, what are you doing? Like you're a horrible, you're a bad person. You're a bad dude, just like Corn Pop. You're a bad dude. And you run around with bad boys. Does he think that when he sees someone like some disgusting troglodyte like walk around and sneeze into their hands and then try to like touch something, like they do that, and he's like, and then people are like, "What are you doing? Go wash your hands. You're disgusting. I'm not gonna shake your hand. I'm not gonna touch you. What are you doing? You're gross. Stop." And people are like, and Paul Joseph Watson sitting there like, society is crumbling, society is falling apart. Yes, not disgustingly sneezing on everything in your general vicinity is a symbol of obedience and authority. What's up, Christian Chax? Is that your name, Christian Chax? I'm doing good. Hope you're doing well today. I don't know about Lynch, but you need to get out of here. Like people who do that are actually just bottom of the barrel. And I'm not talking about like if you like physically can't or something, but like really if that's really you go around and you do that, you're a horrible person. You're bad. You're just bad. Yeah, we're bullying Paul Joseph Watson. He's a poo-poo garbo human being, and he has to be put in his place.
Oh my God, not one person with a mask on. Everybody is here, and nobody. Yeah. Oh my God, that's what I'm saying. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, Karen.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah, you're right. This isn't a Karen moment. I'm sorry. Where we're in a global pandemic, and coronavirus rates are rising, and the death toll is getting higher and higher every single day. But these people probably just the death toll is inflated. Trump's doing a great job. Like, I mean, that's probably what these people think. Anyways, while this is happening, people go around and congregate in public without masks on or any sort of protection, not even respecting social distancing policy. Because I know these people, they don't do that either. Yes, you can complain about that. Maybe because you're taking care of an elderly person at home. Maybe because you're someone with a pre-existing condition. Maybe because you care about getting back to normal, which this person wants to do so bad. Maybe that's why. Maybe you can think about that for just uno momento. Paul Joseph Watson, he's a cringe lord who works for at least used to work for InfoWars. You should start making a change. That's what you should do. That's what I'm trying to do, at least.
Need to get out, but I'm quite shocked as to how many people are here and how they're not paying attention to the social distancing. I find that quite annoying, to be honest. It's like being in Tesco's.
You drove an hour and a half with your entire family to sit on a beach. Well, other people are bad for sitting on a beach. Okay, Karen, then there's CNN.
I mean, I'm not sure if she had a mask on her, if she had a mask on before that and she took it off. I'm not sure how far away she was from other people. For all we know, they could have just zoomed in on her and they're standing like 20 feet away from her while she said that. I mean, we don't know. She could be practicing social distancing. She could well have been. Her family could have come to the beach in hazmat suits and sit far away from everybody else. We have no clue. Okay. With that being said, yes, I think even if you're doing that, you still have a right to complain. Hey, people should be following social distancing. Hey, people should be wearing PPE. Hey, people should be paying more mind to what's going on here. Yeah, I don't think that's super controversial.
And White House reporter Karen publicly shaming others for not wearing a mask, then immediately removing hers when she thought the cameras had stopped rolling. But forget masks. If you wear a mask, then immediately. Karen. Then there's CNN White House reporter Karen publicly shaming others for not wearing a mask, then immediately removing hers when she thought the cameras had stopped rolling. But forget masks. If you truly want to show.
Wait, she took off her mask and then walked away? Where was she going? It looked like there were just 3 people in that room. I mean, while they're all sitting down, maybe. And obviously, you shouldn't be taking off your mask, but it's not like everyone's perfect, okay? Sorry, not everyone's Dr. Fauci. My bad. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Not everyone's used to wearing a mask. So I can take, that happens. I just take it off. When I'm in the break room sometimes, after I come back with dealing with customers, sometimes I'll take my mask off too. Should I? Maybe not. But you know, it happens. We're doing the best I can, but wearing a mask and still taking it off after you're done is better than not coming with a mask at all, which is what Trump and Pence do.
Absolute fealty. It's time to start wearing a visor.
The first day was a little bit more, okay, what's happening? And the next day, how is working with the mask and the visor about? It's working, you know? Everyone is happy.
I mean, fuck it. Why don't we just go full Darth Vader? Because apparently, humans no longer
Well, imagine having this level of just animosity towards people using just basic PPE. Oh, look at you. Oh, aren't you just a dog for the state wearing a mask? Aren't you just like a cute little follower, huh? Blind little sheeple, huh? Look at all you protecting yourself from contagious viruses. Ew, disgusting. What a piece of garbage. I don't think we should treat anyone with shit as a subhuman being. We'll get overheated in political talk. Yeah, I mean, some people, if you just want to screech at others for being like subhuman, that's probably not the best. That's probably not the best, most effective rhetoric for making positive change. But if your goal is just like make who you're talking to feel really bad, then yeah. The point of the quarter-inch mask, if you take it off every 5 minutes, well, it's probably not every 5 minutes. I'm not sure how long that press briefing lasted. It may have lasted 40 minutes, and she had the mask on the whole time. And as she was walking out towards like an exit where no one else was, and she decided to put on the mask, I mean, and she decided to take off her mask as she's walking away. I mean, you probably shouldn't, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, what a massive hypocrite. I don't know if she thought like the cameras weren't rolling. The cameras were obviously still rolling even after the president or whoever leaves the stand. I don't think she's stupid enough to think that, oh, I'm in the clear. These 50 cameras sitting behind me are definitely all off now. I'll take off my mask because I'm trying to goad everyone into public humiliation or something. I don't know.
Have functioning immune systems. I miss those carefree pre-coronavirus days when nobody died at all, but anything to honor the frontline hero. Who, if you refuse to worship, you'll be ritually publicly.
That's cute. UK mother named and shamed on Facebook for not clapping for NHS. He's quoting articles that he wrote? Okay. This is what. So I have no clue what the context of this is. She was like, maybe she was standing around and some NHS members came from like shoveling dead bodies out of the hospital because the UK has done so bad with coronavirus too, and people are like, wow, thank you for your service, for everything that you've done for this community, you like saved my life or whatever. And some woman's like, stupid idiots, and they're like, hey, fuck you. I mean, if that's the case, then I mean, okay. I don't know how I feel about like social enforcement of these sorts of things. Like, I mean, I think a lot of them are just fine.
Humiliated.
Like, whatever.
After all, there are signs and billboards put up by the government literally everywhere. So how could you not?
What? Clap for the NHS tonight at 8 p.m. Well, it just seems like aren't these the people who are like mad nationalists? Isn't Paul Joseph Watson like super nationalist, and he loves these sort of like displays of like of like country like affinity? Isn't that him? Weren't these the same group of people who are on their knees waiting for Trump's cummies for when he announced that he wanted to do some massive like military like show of force, where he wanted to do some massive military parade like they do in North Korea or like China or something? Isn't that what they like? Isn't this like to build like social cohesion for people in their service workers, which are the people who basically take care of the community? You're lost because it makes no sense. It makes no sense. He's literally the dude who will like beg on his knees for the government to like roll out a bunch of like anti-tank artillery and shoot it off anytime like a neighboring state has a disagreement with them on like the trade of like toilet tissue across state lines. And now when the government's like, hey, everybody, let's come together and celebrate the service workers who are putting their lives on the line every single day, overworking themselves shift after shift after shift to make sure that we stay safe and people, as little people as possible, die. And he's sitting here like a baby pissing himself over this. Like it's incredible to me. It's incredible.
You must stay home. Only be outside for food.
Oh, I love when conservatives use this meme. I love when conservatives use this video. It's like when conservatives wheel out Martin Luther King's dead body and dump him at your feet. Anytime some left winger does something that they don't like. Like, well, as you see, Martin Luther King wouldn't like this at all. He wouldn't like this at all, huh? Martin Luther King today, he would be conservative. Like, okay, bud. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy.
You told us we had to do this social distancing thing to flatten
Report your neighbors to who?
the curve in order to get back to normal. Now the new normal is wearing dunce hats, not being allowed to walk down the street in a certain direction, being...
I was right. He's literally just pissed that on his block, the government painted like little arrows. Like, hey, could you please walk this direction in the same direction so people won't be crossing each other? It stops it helps bring down the levels of coronavirus. And he's in his room like, no, like beating his desk and like crying because this is like some massive abridgment of his rights or something. He's on YouTube. Alex Jones is banned and PJ wants to talk about censorship. I mean, yeah.
Screeched at by Karen and being treated like naughty little children. Ritual public humiliation.
What an awful video.